Hey everybody, Jittery J here. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. I know it's been better weather here, that's for sure. Uh, anyway, up today, I'm reacting to the Ricky Gervais Show, Season 3, Episode 7. This one's entitled Law and Order, and we're going to jump straight into this, but first we're going to hit like... First, we're going to hit the like and subscribe on the original video. This comes to us from a different source. The original source I was getting these videos from, for some reason, for this season, all the front of the videos are cut off to where you miss like the first 15 seconds of when they're talking. So I had to go with a different source. This is the one with the lower sound, but I think I got that fixed with OBS. So fingers crossed. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, let's jump into this. See what Carl's got in store for us this week.
For the past few years, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant, and Carl Pilkington have been meeting regularly for a series of pointless conversations. This is one of them.
Testing. Is that all right? Hello and welcome to the Ricky Gervais Show with me, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant. Hello. And the little round-headed buffoon that is Carl Pilkington.
All right.
So, Carl, law and order.
Not that interested in it, to be honest.
What do you mean?
I've got no interest in law and order whatsoever. It's not part.
I kind of figured that would be his take on it. It's got nothing to do with him, so he has no interest in it.
Not that interested in it, to be honest.
What do you mean?
I've got no interest in law and order whatsoever. It's not part of my life. That's the problem. You keep picking topics that don't buzz me.
Right?
Of course they do.
They don't.
Well, let's
Not
talk about this.
interested.
Let's talk about this.
You're a man quite obsessed with law and order. Law and order is basically to protect the innocent, isn't it? When someone wrongs us, we want justice.
Right.
It's fundamental. And you do. You were sitting in your old flat in London, phoning me every day that you wanted to go downstairs and smack their heads in for being late and shouting around and being drunk, and you could hear it. You wanted some justice.
Yeah, but nothing would have happened if I'd called someone up and said there's people doing noise pollution.
But you are
Right.
you are concerned with law and order.
No,
you
but there's
wanted
no
your
point.
rights, and you
Quiet,
ended up
quiet.
moving.
Yeah,
So
but I shouldn't have to move because of some noisy people.
no, you
Right.
shouldn't. But I'm saying you were.
But Carl's not getting it. That's part of the order, part of law and order. You know, is keeping things moving. You know what I mean? It's keeping things moving in the right direction, hopefully, but lawfully, I should say. But anyway, Carl's not picking up on that.
Moving.
Yeah,
So
but I shouldn't have to move because of some noisy people.
no, you
Right.
shouldn't. But I'm saying you were
No one
stressed.
cares, though.
And you wanted justice, but you thought you couldn't get justice, so you moved away.
Yeah, so
which
I
is,
dealt with it in my way.
yeah,
I hated them.
Right.
Because they didn't care about anyone else.
Exactly.
But the police wouldn't get involved. There's other people who live around there who had to put up with it. No one cared.
So what did it feel
Right.
like every night when you were trying to watch telly, and it's hot and you got the window open, or
No, you could just hear stuff, and you know, it's that thing of you get a lot of tourists in London, so they're talking. It's not even as if you can listen in to what they're saying and have a view on their opinion because they're foreign. So
Would
you
that be
can't.
entertaining for you?
Well, yeah, because if you can hear what people are saying, you go, oh, yeah, that's
Switch
a
the
good point.
telly off.
Oh, you know, but there's some
I
sort
don't
of-
want to hear anyone talking.
But isn't it your own fault for living in central London?
Well, not
Right.
really, because it wasn't always like that. I'd been there years, and then all of a sudden, you know, good fellas turn up. They sat down there making a racket. What can you say to them? You call down the
Good fellas. I don't love it. I've been there for years, and then the good fellas turn up.
They sat down there making a racket. What can you say to them? You call down, they can't hear the phone ringing. But it's louder, I think it is louder abroad than it is here. Whenever I go away on holiday, I always notice that it's always a couple of decibels higher.
Really?
Always. Like the sound of bird noises and that are louder abroad because they're trying to get a nut above the noise of the noisy people.
No, that's not true.
They are. When I was in... Where was I?
Huh? Carl's got me confused a little bit on that one. The birds are noisier because they're trying to get louder than the people. I don't think that's the way it works.
Noise of the noisy people.
No, that's not true.
They are. When I was in... Where was I? Menorca or something. It was like lying there. If it wasn't a noisy local, it was the people in the villa next door. If it's not them, they suddenly collected the bottles from the bottle bank. That's a nice noise when you're just relaxing. The bottle bank. Pop that there where the villa is. So that was a racket. There was always there was just so much noise.
Animals, creatures.
You can't escape it.
Carl's never happy. He's not happy unless everything goes a certain way. You know what I mean? It's got to be in his routine, or else it bothers him.
The bottle bank.
I think that's what it is.
Pop that there where the villa is. So that was a racket. There was always there was just so much noise.
Animals, creatures.
You can't escape it. It's the one thing you can't escape, noise. Your ears never turn off.
No.
They're always
Right.
there.
But I've told you before, wear earplugs if you have to.
I don't like
But he
it.
doesn't like. He says he can hear the sound of his own art.
Well, there's always a sound. Like your eyes, you can close them. My eyes close all the time, and if I don't
Blinking,
like
it's
the
called
look of
blinking.
something,
Yeah.
no, but if
Yeah.
I don't like the look of something, they close before even I've thought about if I want to see it or not.
What do you
They're
think?
ahead.
What do you think exactly?
I just mean if I see something on the telly or like one of those casualty programs or something,
Yeah.
it's like my eyes know that I'm not going to like the look of it.
But no.
So they
you're-
close
no,
quicker.
No.
My ears, they seem to be interested in everything. Even though I'm not.
What I mean is,
Sorry. Oh. That one threw me off a little bit. My ears seem to be interested in everything. Because they never shut off.
Even though I'm not.
what I mean is, you can't close your ears.
Yeah,
you
that's
can't.
what I'm saying.
Exactly. Yeah. You can't. You can never.
So that's
no,
why
I like the idea that your eyes are closing when you were. Oh, I was watching that.
Yeah,
what are you doing,
have your eyes ever closed something that you're going? That
No,
you're
they normally get it right.
Your eyes aren't making any decisions. You're making decisions. You turn away because you don't like seeing something. You don't turn away, and then you're going, "What was that?"
Right.
And your eyes going, "You don't want to know. You do not know. You don't want to know."
I'm just
Carl.
saying anyway.
Lovely pair of tits here. Oh,
I just mean noise pollution. It's the one thing you can't escape.
But the thing about law and order is, you don't have to take it. You can combat being wronged. It's not just punishment or retribution. It's
Right.
justice. You want to know that you're valued.
You know,
Right.
well, this is a big issue, isn't it, Rick? Is one life more important than another? If you've transgressed in a terrible way, you've murdered or raped, whatever, and I say I'm going to put you to death.
Well, this is an interesting argument, isn't it? Whether capital punishment. I don't agree with execution.
Carl, where do you stand on the tricky issue of capital punishment? You've given it some serious thought, I imagine.
So what you're asking me? Like, should he be on death row?
Well, should someone flip the switch, send him to his death in the electric chair?
It's a good question. I believe in capital punishment for certain cases. You know what I mean? I mean, if you've actively, we'll say, taken out for YouTube purposes, if you've actively taken out three or more people, they consider you a serial anyway. So at that point, yeah, a death sentence, a capital punishment is more than needed. Or if you commit those same acts towards children, even one, yeah. I can see an accident, but if it's purposeful, like premeditated, something like that, then yeah, I can see the death penalty for that. You don't mess with kids. Sorry. It's just But I can see the dilemma of who gets to make that choice though. Who decides what is bad enough to warrant that punishment? That is a hard choice to make. I do not envy the judges that have to put down those sentences at all. Um, but anyway, let's get back to this.
Like,
I've rambled enough.
Should he be on death row?
Well, should someone flip the switch, send him to his death in the electric chair?
Yeah.
That was the least considered.
Yeah. He considered it at least.
That was the least considered.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw a little bit of flicker behind the eyes. I don't know what. Well, just take us through the mental process that you arrived at the yes with there. So you know, I remember that because there was quite a brief gap there.
I just was thinking, it's not a nice job if you work in there and you've got to flick the switch.
Right.
But I was wondering if it's possible to just do it so it's linked up to someone's switch
What do you mean?
when they put the lights on something. So it's like sometime tonight when the sun goes down and people start putting the lights on in their house, it could happen. But we don't know what household. They might be away on holiday, so you might get an extra 2 weeks. But at least that way, because for me,
Well,
the work.
But what my point is, you do.
It's a lottery. Oh my god. Oh, you'd have people terrified to flip switches at their houses, because they don't know what they're going to be doing. That would never work. It's you have mass panic over something like that. That's messed up. After a holiday, you get an extra 2 weeks. Okay.
But at least that way, because for me, the work.
But what my point is, you do agree that someone should be put to death for a terrible crime, do you?
You've got to have something there to stop them people who don't care, haven't you? Nature's done it in a way with bees. They've gone, we'll give you a weapon, but if you use it, you die. And that's like the bee. So they're worried they're going to go, I'm not going to do it.
We do, weren't we? We have people saying, one, you can't do that. That's step one. Here's the law. Don't do it.
But there's a lot of people who go, I'm not bothered about the law. I'm not bothered about annoying people.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
For them, at the end of the scale, you've got the chair and you stick the wires on their head and we'll fry your head. And they go, oh God, I don't want that.
I think a lot of those crimes, the deterrent isn't relevant. Things like armed robbery, maybe, where it's a risk. What can I get versus what my crime? Maybe then it might be a deterrent. But then, of course, if you start to get a capital punishment for crimes that aren't murdering someone, then that thing brings in you might as well murder them because then you've got more chance of getting away with it. So it's very delicate.
Exactly. He's got a point. I mean, the punishment has to fit the crime. If you're going to send down capital punishment for someone who hasn't committed that word that he used, at least once, then if you're going to send down capital punishment for people that haven't committed that crime, then what's going to stop them from actually doing that? If they're going to get convicted or if they're going to get sentenced to that anyway. I'm trying to be a little vague just because of YouTube. But do you get what I'm saying? What's the incentive to not go that one step farther if you're going to get that sentence anyway? You know what I mean? It gives them more incentive to get rid of witnesses and stuff like that. So I can see where Ricky's coming from too.
Then that thing brings in you might as well murder them because then you've got more chance of getting away with it. So it's very delicate what you make people be killed for.
You've made an interesting and reasoned argument there, Rick. I'm looking forward to hearing the riposte.
Right. When I was younger, I used to nick Mars bars.
Okay.
What?
Right. Now, I did that bars.
What?
When I was younger, I used to nick Mars bars.
Okay.
Right. Now, I did that then, and I knew that even if I get caught, what's the worst that's going to happen?
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to prison over that. But it was worth nicking because a Mars bar, they were like 45 pence.
Sure.
Okay.
A Mars bar was a proper treat. There's a lot going on in there. A lot of chocolate, a lot of caramel.
Yeah.
Like I say, 45 pence.
Yeah.
So, to me...
That was like an advert that went wrong just to the end. They started
Not
off good.
anymore.
They went, this bar's good. You go there. Mars bar, there's a lot in it. It's like, oh, good, keep going. Yeah, it's got caramel. It's like, yeah. But it's 45 pence, which is too fucking much, so fucking nick it, you cunt.
But when I was younger...
Back that up.
Bar's good. You go there. Mars bar, there's a lot in it. It's like, oh, good, keep going. Yeah, it's got caramel. It's like, yeah. But it's 45 pence, which is too fucking much, so fucking nick it, you cunt.
But when I was younger, that was worth a risk. Because I knew that I'd be getting something worth 45 pence for free.
You weren't going to get the electric
And I
chair.
wasn't going to get done. So the stakes were high, the risk were low.
You mean the stakes were high, the risks were
I
low?
think he's just trying to sound
What?
cool.
The stakes weren't high.
No.
The stakes are what can happen to you, and the risk. The stakes and the risk are the same. The risk is the stake, okay? Unless you're nicking meat from a butcher's, then the stakes are high and the risk is low. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but what you meant was
It
the
was worth a
gain was
risk.
high.
The gain was high.
Yeah,
The game was high.
yeah, the risk was low.
risk
But
was low.
no, it wasn't, was it? Because 45p isn't a lot unless you're
It
a
is
kid.
when you're a kid. Most of the time, I didn't want to say which shop it was that I nicked it from, but it's where I did my paper round. Now, the thing
So
is...
it's nicking from your own boss.
but listen, I used to wake him up.
that
I helped
is
him run that.
terrible.
No, because
That is terrible.
This is awful.
That
Go
is-
on, hang on. I
that
want to
is
hear.
really-
I want to
I
hear him
think we've
rationalise
heard
his
about
Because
this
that
before,
sweet old
haven't we?
man who used to...
We've heard about this before, haven't we? About the guy he used to swipe a candy bar for, so the guy always made sure that they were there for him because he knew he was doing it. I'm pretty sure this was in a different episode, if I remember right, because I remember saying that maybe that's why the guy was leaving him there. It was because he knew he was doing it. He knew he wanted, and that's why he was leaving the extra ones there.
awful.
That
Go
is-
on, hang on. I
that
want to
is
hear.
really
No, I want to hear him
bad.
rationalise his
Because that
terrible
sweet
crime.
old man who used to give...
He's not an old man. I used to go around and
Sweet
wake him
old
up,
man.
right? He hated running that place.
Right.
If anything, I'd say I was his best asset.
Well, not really.
Yeah.
Because I
You
don't know
were
what...
nicking from him. You were
Yeah,
thieving from him.
I don't know how
Bad
much he
business.
made on papers, but he'd probably go 45p profit. Hold on.
They got their papers really early because I got up early.
Yeah.
I used to go round to the
Well, you know,
shop at
Mars a
4:30.
day helps you work, rest, and steal.
So I used to go round there, wake him up. He'd be like, "What are you doing round here so early?"
Don't know. I'm just hungry. What? I'm just hungry for work.
No.
Oh well, good boy. Pip. I'm just going to turn away a minute.
Yeah.
While you stand there in front of the confectionery. I'll turn away now, and I've looked back now, and here's the papers. And thanks so much, Carl, because you're a lovely
He's like
kid.
an honourable and trustworthy
Yeah, I can't
guy.
really afford to.
I've been betrayed so many times. That's why my
Yeah.
lovely wife's no longer with me. You know, she ran off with Ken.
Yeah, but, I mean, at least I've got a friend.
At least
I
I've
don't-
got one young
you turn
friend.
up early. Oh God, it's brilliant.
Just listening to those two go back and forth. Oh my god. Their imaginations are out there.
Thanks so much, Carl, because you're a lovely
He's like
kid.
an honourable and trustworthy
Yeah, I
guy.
can't really afford to.
I've been betrayed so many times. That's why my
Yeah.
lovely wife's no longer with me. You know, she ran off with Ken.
Yeah, but, I mean, at least I've got a friend.
At least I've got one young
You turn
friend.
up early. Oh God, it's brilliant. Oh, and Carl, keep a lookout because
Someone's been nicking Mars.
Yeah, I know it's not you because I trust you implicitly. And by the way, Carl, why don't you take a Mars bar for free? Oh, thanks.
No, that never happened.
All right.
So I'm getting 50 pence a day for delivering papers, but I needed the energy.
Right.
Now, if I spent my 50p on a Mars bar,
Yeah.
5p profit a day, it's not worth it.
No.
Right.
So
He's got a point.
help yourself. I knew I was doing a good job for him.
No. So help yourself. That doesn't follow. So help yourself. Get another job. Leave that job. Negotiate a pay rise. Not help yourself. That doesn't go. That's ridiculous.
Right.
Where does it stop?
Exactly. That's the point. Exactly. He just said, "Where does it stop?" You know, it starts little things, but where does it? Where's the line at? You know, That's the one thing nobody tells you is where's that line at that you can't cross, and where it turns from little things to big things.
It's not
like you
out
said,
south.
where does
That
it
doesn't,
stop?
that doesn't go. That's ridiculous. Where does it stop? If you worked in a nuclear power plant, well, they're not paying me much. Have a look at your bit of uranium.
A lovely little bit of uranium.
Yeah, I do.
That's a strange analogy, Rick. Some left straight from a bloke nicking stuff from work. So he works in a power plant, he's having himself a bit of uranium. What's he doing with the uranium?
You know, Mars a day and all that, and that's for energy, and so's uranium. But more energy than a Mars bar. Yeah.
Got a point.
A lot of the laws of the land are from the Bible. I mean, that kicked it off. I mean, there was laws before, obviously, and there were different gods before this one was invented. But let's have a look at the Ten Commandments.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm just going to go through. I'm just going to go down these, see which ones I commit. Thou shalt have no other god. I don't have any god, so I haven't broken that one. 2, craven images. No, I don't have any craven. No, I don't accept there's a god. 3, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord. Again, I don't take his name in vain because I don't believe he exists, so I'm fine there.
Okay.
Remember the Sabbath. I always remember Sunday. I know I've got a calendar and everything, so I haven't done that one.
I always remember Sunday. He's going right down the meaning because he's atheist. I think he's atheist, or what's the other word for it? Agnostic or something like that, where it's not that you don't believe in God, you just don't believe in anything. Know what I mean? And to people like that, they believe that when you die, you're just dead, you're just gone, and it's sad, really. I have to believe that there is a place that we go. I don't particularly believe anybody's in charge there. I don't particularly, I hate that word. I don't necessarily believe there's anybody in charge there, but I believe there's a place that we go. I have to believe it, just for personal reasons. I have to believe there's a place that we go when we pass. But anyway.
Images. No, I don't have any craven. No, I don't accept there's a God. 3, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord. Again, I don't take his name in vain because I don't believe he exists, so I'm fine there. Remember the Sabbath. I always remember Sunday. I know I've got a calendar and everything, so I haven't done that one. Honour thy father. Yeah, I do that. Never commit adultery. Don't do that.
Ever killed anyone?
No, never killed anyone. Don't steal. I don't lie, and I don't covet. So I am an amazing Christian.
Pretty clean. Yeah, you're a pretty clean living guy.
Wow. There you go.
Well, whereas
His logic, though, he said, I am an amazing Christian. Oh, gosh. Yeah, leave it to Ricky.
Christian.
pretty clean. Yeah, you're a pretty clean living guy.
Wow. There you go.
Well, whereas I don't know, Carl, have you ever? What's your view?
I still open like posts that isn't for me.
Why do you open other people's mail?
But it's just a fella called Bruce who he's the bloke who used to own the flat before me, and I don't know. I started off and I thought, oh, should I pass it on? Because when people move, it's a lot of messing about tracking down where they've gone.
Right.
So I thought, should I just leave them for a bit? And I collected some for a bit, and then there was one that sort of said, "This is important" on the front of it. So I thought, how important is it? So I opened it.
What was it? Was it important?
Not really. It was from a tattooist.
What did they say?
It was just something
They
about.
said, "Oh, we used the AIDS needle on you. Can you come in for a little test?"
So I just started. I just kind of thought, I'll start opening it, having a look, and it was weird because, do you know like how you get fed up of being yourself?
No, but go on.
Well, you
I'm
can have-
intrigued.
Of course.
No, you can just have days where you're like,
I wish I
what is
was
going
Brad
on?
Pitt. Yeah.
Well, and
Bruce
and-
Willis in your case, isn't it?
Well, this bloke was Bruce, so I just go, let's see what if I was Bruce,
Yeah.
would I be happier being him? Do you know, like how I've said to you before, you never know if you don't feel well because they can't put you in someone else's body to sort of compare. So I think, well, would I enjoy being?
Huh? Oh, he's got me confused now. You never know if you don't feel well because they can't put you in someone else's body to compare. To know if you fit with another body. Yeah, Carl's going out there
to
this
sort
week.
of compare. So I think, well, would I enjoy being Bruce more?
Sure.
And what have you gleaned from Bruce?
Identity, yeah.
He's got
I
a
can
tattoo.
see-
We know that.
I can see wanting someone else's identity, but identity-wise, as far as someone else's life, not necessarily their identity. That's a whole nother case of stolen identities. But it's basically coveting. That's coveting, you know. That's something you're not supposed to do, apparently. But I can see where he's going.
Bruce more.
Sure.
And what have you gleaned from Bruce? He's got a tattoo. We know that.
There wasn't that much. It was mainly busy at Christmas. A lot of Christmas cards, which were good because I didn't get that many.
He's
So you put up these
pop 'em
Christmas you put up these Christmas cards.
What, you had Christmas cards hanging in your flat to have a lovely Christmas, Bruce? Auntie Jean. That's crazy.
Because when you put them on your mantelpiece or your shelf or whatever, you're not looking at them every day. It's just a picture of Father Christmas. It doesn't matter who it's to or from.
But why have them up at all?
Why not just buy some
make it a bit
blank
Christmassy.
You can just buy some blank cards and put them up.
Use them
There's
every
no
year.
point in
Right.
asking. Bruce has got a lot of friends. It was more awkward.
He's got a point. If he's gonna do that, why not just buy a bunch of blank cards and put them up? If he's just there so you can see the pictures, right? I see where he's
He's got a
going.
lot of friends. It was more awkward, right? Because the bloke downstairs, because I used to always collect the stuff for Bruce, I got talking to a bloke who's in the same block, and like he used to see me picking stuff up for Bruce. He'd always say, all right, Bruce.
No.
You've never told him that you're not Bruce.
Well, no point.
I have a fascinating tale to tell you, Carl. I think you'll be intrigued. When I do junkets for films in America, I was assigned a security, and I've had security before. I often have security. They just sort of get you in and out of the car, and usually just to control sort of autograph hunters and things. But this time I was given a security, and he came in a suit. He looks about 30. He looked quite unassuming. I thought he was from just a security firm. It turned out that he was actually LAPD.
Yeah.
Who was doing this for celebrities because he earned more money. And then
Yeah, they earn more as private security when they're off duty than they do as police officers, which is sad, you know. It's talking about defunding the police. They need more funding and more training. To be honest, but and that's most police stations need upgrades and stuff like that. They're still going by old ways, and old ways don't always work with new problems. You know what I mean?
in this for
I
celebrities
see what he's talking
because he
about.
earned more money. And then I found out he had a gun. So I can't come in the airport with you. I can't take my gun. So he's armed. So I've got a security who's an APD who's armed, and I'm fascinated. Now I'm fascinated. This man is walking around with me with a little earpiece, talking to everyone. He seems to know everyone, and he's got a gun. Then one night he said he dropped me off at the hotel, and he said, I've actually been called. I've got to go on a mission. They need my help. I said, really, what is it? He said, it's a hostage situation. He said, and I'm also SWAT. And I was thinking, oh God, he's just a silent hero. So next day, I said, how was it? He said, I was fine. He said, I just turned up. He said, I had to do it in my suit. He said, because I'm the negotiator.
What?
So I went, oh my God.
Okay.
And I just asked him questions for 2 hours. What do you think of that, Carl, as a job? It's amazing, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, once you've done one, though, it's like any job, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah.
Once you've done one.
Yeah,
Not
bored,
impressed?
Boring. Yeah,
No, it's good.
Could you do it? Do you reckon you could do it? Do you reckon you could negotiate someone out of a hostage situation?
Well, I
With your
think in one of
dulcet
them
tones?
things, there's nothing you can do. It's like, it doesn't matter if it goes wrong, because
Well, it
you
does.
did your bit. No, it's like being a vet, isn't it?
Not really. Not really, because that's what
No, it is. What I mean is, you're expected to make the little kitten live.
No, there's loads of them. Because I was saying, so he...
How's it like being a vet?
Expected to make the little kitten live.
No, there's loads of them. Because I was saying, so he says, I need a car by 5 o'clock, or I'm going to kill someone. He then makes sure that he doesn't kill anyone, but he makes sure that car doesn't come till 5:15.
But he's not bothered, is he? If
He
it's
is
15
bothered.
minutes late.
He is, because he really takes about. He empathises with these guys, and he says, "No, you've got to understand."
No, but the fella in the house with the gun,
Yeah.
he's not going anywhere. 15 minutes either side doesn't matter.
Right.
Well, why is he in a rush?
I don't think Carl's getting how
Not sure he
important,
is.
how
No,
amazing
I'm
he
not
is.
sure.
You said
Yeah.
they make the car 15 minutes late.
Yeah.
He's getting his car. That
Yeah,
bloke's not in a rush.
He's never going to get in the car, is he? And he has to get in their head. But to do that, he says that he has to empathise with them to a certain
Right.
extent. He has to understand why they're doing it, to talk to them and go,
Yeah, you've had a bad day. That would send anyone.
but he has to get their trust. Carl, try and talk me out. You think it's that easy? Right, I've got a hostage situation, right? They go, there's only one person we can ask for. Get me Carl Pilkington. The police know that you're their top man, and there's a guy in here, he's got a gun, he's got a hostage, okay, he's just done a crime, they don't know what to do, okay? Right, you turn up, what's your first question to them?
I'm talking to you.
Well, no, you got to
Right,
assess...
I'd say, right. I think there's a saying, actually. You say, where's brass? Right?
Right.
I found that out. I heard that. I overheard that.
What's that?
It was something...
You're wasting time. Who's that bull cunt that's just turned up? I'm gonna fucking kill it.
Right, where's brass?
What does it mean?
I heard it at school when they...
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Just you.
It means... I heard someone use it on the...
Well, I don't know what the fuck it means.
It
All I
means
know-
the top person
Right.
of the police who are around at the moment.
Yeah, well, sure, I'm the fucking top brass here. I've got a fucking gun against this kid's head. Who the fuck are you bald little shithead? Where's my car?
What car?
I've asked for a car. Where's my fucking car? Am I talking to you now, am I?
Yes, you are.
Are you the negotiator?
Yeah.
Right, get me a fucking car.
Where do you want to go?
Oh, I'm fucking sore from shouting. Throw a phone through the window so I can talk to you over the phone.
No. All right, in a minute.
Don't ever fucking say no to me.
In a minute, I said.
Okay. Right, the clock's going. Where's this phone?
In a minute. Carl the negotiator. I love it. He's just sitting there drinking coffee. He said, in a minute.
To me.
In a minute, I said.
Okay. Right, the clock's going. Ever fucking talk to you over the phone?
No. All right, in a minute.
Don't ever fucking say no to me.
In a minute, I said.
Okay. Right, the clock's going. Where's this fucking
Right,
phone?
listen,
I've got a
just
sore
hang on a
throat.
minute.
Why are you putting the phone through, you dopey cunt? You want to talk to him?
Because I don't want to give you a phone straight away. You said you've got to delay him.
No, you've got to talk to them. You shouldn't even demand a phone. You should make sure you've got a phone, you dopey twat.
Give him a phone.
Right, thanks. All right, how's it going? That's better.
Right.
Right. Who are you, by the way? Who are you?
I can't give you them details.
Well, you can, because I've got to trust you, dopey sod. Are you police, or just some fucking cunt walking by?
I'm a policeman.
Right, I don't trust policemen.
No, but I'm a bit higher than that. So listen.
Oh, don't you tell me I'm just laying down the law here. I'm going to shoot someone unless I get a fast car. I've done a robbery. It's all gone wrong. You're after me now, but I want a car to the airport. I want a plane standing by.
You don't know me, but I do this a lot. Right? And I can tell you that it never works out right. Do you know anyone who's done what you're doing and is now living a happy life?
Well, I don't care. I don't care about living anyway. I don't care about living out. I don't care if this goes wrong, because I'm going to shoot the hostage.
What's your problem?
I'll just...
Direct to the point. That's Carl. Direct and to the point. What's your problem?
Attitude, mate. So you've got the wrong attitude, mate. I think you've got the wrong attitude here.
No, but this is... to be honest with you, this was my last week.
What are you setting him up?
Because I want to bring him down to my level.
Right. What's that got to do with it?
Well, you know, I've done this job for a long time.
Right.
Sometimes I felt like you. I've
Right.
been, you know, even though I'm on this side, you know, sometimes I feel like, oh, I've had enough of this.
Right, well, I haven't enough. But I'll tell you, I don't care about living or dying here. So if I don't get a car to the airport, all bets are off. I'm killing everyone and then myself. So you'll be a big loser. Now you've got to get him to stand near a window. You've got to take him out because I've got a gun to someone's head. You can't burst in, right? You've got what? Come on, how do you get him to stand near a window?
Oh, I bet you're hot in there.
I bet you're hot in there. Can I get him to stand near a window? I'm loving this episode.
I am hot. Yeah, that's why I've just drawn the curtains and keep away from the window because the sun's blazing in. It's not too bad away from the window.
It's, the sun's gone round the back now. Just come and have a look. It's a lovely, lovely evening.
Why do you want me to stand near a window?
I think just because when you see how nice an evening it is.
Worst load of dribble ever.
When you see how, keep going, I'm interested. When you see how lovely.
No, it's that thing. I've heard that if you smile, you feel better.
So have a little smile. Think of a happy moment in your life.
I'll tell you what a happy moment in my life would be. Putting a bullet through your little round head, you cunt.
Keep thinking about that image.
Right.
And you can see that round head. Just come to the window, I'll show you the round head.
That would probably work, actually.
What? No, I'm not going to come near the window. You come near the window. You come near my window. Let me come. Are you coming near the window?
No, not yet.
Where?
Delaying it again.
He's a cop, but you gotta have a donut, right? He's delaying, but you gotta have a donut.
No, not yet.
Where?
Delaying it again.
Right, I'm coming near the window.
Well, I'm going to shoot you if you come near the window, you dopey prat.
Why?
I thought we were getting somewhere here.
No, I'm going to shoot you. I've conned you. I've negotiated you to come near the window, and I'm going to shoot you in the head, you prat.
I'll just leave then.
Fuck it. I'm out. That's what he said. He said, I'm out. And yeah, with that, oh my goodness. Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. This was good. Carl's ideas are out there, but when he gets right down to it, he likes everything straight to the point, no bullshit. You know what I mean? He doesn't do well with peripheral stuff. Everything's got to be in the straight and narrow with Carl, and you know I love it. I love the way his mind works. You know what I mean? Anyway, this was a great episode. But unfortunately, it's over. So I'm going to have to cut this video here. That is going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this with me. And I hope to see you on the next video. I love you guys. Peace. Hey guys, make sure to check out one of my other videos right here at Jerry J.